The bone of contention is like the negative and the positive experience in your life for what you are today. So, first of all, let's uh, let's take down to the memory lane first. Now, I'm gonna tell a story, rather incident of a boy, of a kid, of a standard five from his salad day story, actually incident rather. So he was on the lap of roses, but all of a sudden he found himself in the mud. I mean, down in the dumps. I am talking about myself. Like when I was a kid of uh, class five standard, so I used to play cricket, and that was my world. So all of a sudden, my father and my uncle, the elder brother of my dad, so all of a sudden they planned to put me in a hostel because they were unable, they failed to take care of me.
Okay.
And I didn't actually bother them because I went outside playing cricket. I didn't listen to them. I was not interested in reading books and studying. So I was that kind of boy who was always like to play and all. But all works and no play makes Jack a dull boy. For me, is the opposite thing. So all play and no work make Moinak a dull boy. So that was the story behind. So I was found myself caged and incarcerated in the hostel. Always I was being ruled by my sir, my teachers, what I was not used to be, what I was not used to. And there are a lot of hurdles, hindrance, obstacle, whatever I would say, like stumbling block rather. So I couldn't even breathe there. So I found an escape from there. Even I had a record over there. I five times I escaped from that place, and I was tormented, downtrodden by my seniors, students. There I had to fight for my lunch, for my dinners at times, for the eggs, for the chicken, very petty stuff I needed to find. But I was a boy, I was not used to do those stuff because I was growing up with a silver spoon. So that was the situation.
Okay.
So that is a negative impact.
Hmm.
But a negative impact cannot put something positive into you.
Okay.
It instilled or harvest rather something negative brick by brick, stone by stone into your mind. And I found when I was there, I had been there for a long 4 or 5 years, and I went back home. I found disconnected from my parents, my dad, my mom, and I found I didn't have that feeling for them, that emotional ground. I lost somewhere. If even if my father he was suffering from any kind of disease, or my mom, I didn't find that feeling rather to to go there and take care of my father or doing something. One very fine day I asked myself what's wrong with me, why I was not like having any feeling for my father, for my dad, for my mom. What's wrong with it? Where other boys, if anything happened to my friends, my neighbors, their children, if anything happened, their parents, sometimes they started crying. One day I told one of my friends, "What happened to you?" He said that my father is sick. We said, "Oh, that's the reason. That's a peefling matter. Why you're
Very
crying
common.
over that? It's a very painy aunty stuff for me."
Yeah.
So he said that my father, he is sick. What the heck you are talking about? So then I realized when I grew up, I realized still now it, as I said, that it instilled into your mind. It doesn't happen in a day or overnight.
Yeah.
it happens gradually. It instilled into your mind. That time I was a kid, I didn't understand why I have been shoved there. Why I have been thrown over there to get that punishment, that hammering, that torturing, and that trashing of my teachers. Still, I found myself that I'm very disconnected from my father. If he found himself, disappointed or a bit sad, it doesn't pinch me at all. So it's the saddest reality. I had that people they say that you have a skin of rhinos. So the reason why you didn't feel that. But it's not about skin, it's all about your internal part of your body, like your heart. So it's not, it doesn't like stand still over there only. Even I had a couple of girlfriends before I got married, before I got hitched too. So when I had girlfriends, when I, and at the same time I faced breakups as well, and that didn't pinch me, that didn't prick me. The people they found breakups, they went, I mean, they go haywire. Their life goes terrible, rather. So they started, puffing weeds. They're having alcoholic drinks and all. I mean, they were they just plumbed the depths. But I didn't find myself rather that, because when I love someone, I didn't understand that. When I love somebody, I love with my whole heart. But I when I found disappointment from them, or a little bit treachery from their end, so I was getting disconnected. I didn't find any indabas when I'm trying to lose that tangle that I have with them. So very, easily, I took myself out from that confinement. It becomes confinement for me that time.
Okay.
So that's the negative aspect. So this negativity doesn't have any positive aspect. It puts a permanent scar into your mind, which is never gonna heal in your life, which is never gonna end. It will be permanent. That scar. People they say that everything has two sides. One is positive, one is negative. Negative thing always gives you negativity. It cannot give you positivity. Yes, when I went to hostel, there were nobody who can take care of us. Teachers, they were quite busy doing their own stuff.
Yeah.
They had other fish to fry. But when I was in there, so I found people like my friends. They, we said they're the our bedman. They're the term that used. I don't know it has been there in Oxford or not. So when the people are sitting over there, they were my parents. They were taking care of me when I'm under the weather.
You considered themselves as your parents.
Correct. They are also the same, vice versa. When they were ill, when they were under the weather, I was the person or somebody else
Yeah.
who was taking care of them. No one else was there. If they would do your they would do your business. They will clean your whatever bowls or you have like uh,
Okay, stuff.
the dishes. They will do your
Okay.
dishes and all that stuff. They will do for you. So that time I realized when I come back home, I missed them, and I understood what is called real friendship. If you go to, I'm not putting anything down. If you go to school or college, you will find friends, but most of them are like phony. Most of them like fake friends. You will have. You won't find them when you are down in the dumps.
Yeah.
Correct, sir. So that you will find. So that's the lesson that I found from there. So hostel life treats me, teaches me in both the ways. That's the negative aspect, what I said, and the positive.
Yeah.
That is the bitter and the sweet experience from my life.
Okay, so if
Do you
you
have any question?
yeah. So if you got a face, apparently you are facing the same. You can relate to the negative experience you previously had shared to now you're facing something. So the reaction will be same.
Could be.
Okay.
I don't know. Could be. Yeah, still I found that when because I do not have any new relationship with any
Yeah,
girls,
yeah.
how could I understand? How could I relate that? Yeah, I'm a
No,
married
but
person, so
no, I'm not talking about your relationship. I'm talking about the other aspect. You lost your father, and there were some.
yeah, same. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't feel. Yeah, I could go ahead and do the same thing what others child or other kids they do, but I didn't feel that pang of emotion. The pang of emotion, I do not find. I do not feel it. I can understand that. If anything, I'm not gonna tell that. It's for God forbid. And if anything happens to my father or my mom, I didn't feel like that. Even I'm so much detached from them. Even that impacts. That particular thing it puts an impact on other relationships as well.
Okay.
So this is how it
Do you
happens.
consider yourself as an emotional person?
Yeah, very much.
So you are not connected with your parents.
Hmm.
So do you feel sad, or do you feel that I do not have them, so I miss them. I have some responsibility that.
Previously, I missed them so bad. I started crying. I started weeping, sobbing. At my back at my hostel,
I
that I
understand.
used to do that.
Hmm.
But how long you will do that?
Yeah.
You are under compulsion.
Hmm.
You have to be caged over there. You are chained up. You have no escape there. Though I escaped from there 5 times,
Yeah.
but still. So that is not something to glorify, though. But I'm just letting you know that
Hmm.
as today the subject matter is like that, so I have to elaborate that stuff. So that is the particular thing. So as I said, as I mentioned, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. Like it takes time to instill or implant the seed into you,
Hmm.
because once that plant it gets withered, it won't be greenish ever.
Okay.
It is withered and it's finished. It's all finished. So once you get dry. There is no scope to to put yourself back on the track. So that's
What
my
have you
point of
learned
view.
from that negative experience?
I never do the same thing with my children. That is the positive thing that I learned from them, that I
What do you
can.
think that the positive comes out of the negative?
The
This is the
positive.
positive lesson which you have learned.
Yes,
That
sir.
you are not going to do the same to your children.
Yes, sir. But
So this positive experience you have got from
Yeah.
a negative experience.
yes, correct.
So the negative experience has given birth to this positive experience. Had there been no negative experience, perhaps this particular experience could have been repeated in case of your children.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
correct.
when you were narrating
Yes.
your story, you told that negativity always gives birth to negativity.
Yeah, why I'm saying so? Because I couldn't find myself back again. Because it's dead. It's it my feelings for my parents, it bites the bullet. So it never comes back again.
Oh.
So that's as aspect I'm saying. In my future, I can utilize it. Whatever you said, that absolutely correct. So I hit the you are hitting the nail on the head.
So, do you think our adversities teach us something? Our adverse situations teach us more than our friendly situations.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Any of your adverse situations?
Adverse situation
That
like
you have to struggle.
Hmm.
You have to struggle to come out of that particular circumstance.
adverse situation, sir. In case of my profession, I can say that.
Yes,
Like when I was in class 11 standard, so I went to Capgemini. It's a very renowned one, that international BPO. There also I found myself, down in the dumps. I was very disappointed. Rather, the student of class 10 or class 9 standard, even there were no benchmark in case of like academical studies. You don't need to, you know. You don't need to qualify class 10 or 12. That time there was no rules at all like this. If your English is good, they will pick you. So that time I went there because I found some of the students, they were class 10 standard, they went there junior to me, but their English was magnificent.
Okay.
It was so brilliant. They are like dab hand at it. They're maven at it. But on the other hand, when he was asking the question, I still remember that he has given me the HR, the human resource manager. He has given me one bottle full of water. He said that how you will describe the feature of this bottle. So still, I mean, it takes me to that memory lane, so I can relate. I can remember that. That time I didn't answer a single word. But that's the adverse situation. I found myself rattled on the green at that particular time. I went back home and I didn't find that confidence back to go once again to hit one another interview and get into that interview room. I didn't get my confidence back ever. So all of a sudden, I understood that if you are in that adverse situation, you are facing that hindrance, that stumbling block, crying doesn't help you. You have to go ahead. You have to bite the bullet anyhow. If you have shame, you won't learn anything. If you if you are a person who has no shame, it's very easy to learn things. So I started learning, I started growing up. I
Have you
came.
ever been under dire financial stress? Or you feel that no, you have always got a smooth supply of green stuff?
No, sir, I faced it, but I didn't feel like I was not that. I mean, adverse situation financially. Always, I had something to cope with. I was not. I'm not coming with my fork tongue
Well, you
here.
badly try to get something, but it could
Yeah.
not just because of lack of money.
That happened.
Such a situation.
That happened.
How do you manage to come out of the situation?
I couldn't manage myself because at that time I could play cricket. But when I went back home, I told my father, "You can put me in cricket." He said that now my business is, I'm not making much right now. My business is going down, so I cannot put you there. So it takes a lot of money, as you know. I need to support you with the play kits and all. So it takes a lot of money. If the club I will push you there, I need to, feed them a lot of money rather. So there I couldn't come out.
What do you do for a living?
Right now I'm working with a company called Connect and Sell. It's a US company. So it's a corporate job that
Do
I'm
you
doing.
always find the circumstances favorable?
No,
Yeah, obviously.
no, not at all.
You don't find this.
No.
So office boarding.
Always
There
there.
is a certain type of boardings in every office. So how do you cope with the boardings? There, office boardings, where you see that your colleagues are ready to trip you from behind.
Sir, I think that I'm not good at that stuff. I'm a little bit numbskull, so I didn't want to get into it. So I shy that, and I don't know. I believe in luck. I believe in God. For God's grace, I found some of my seniors till now. I'm I'm right now I'm 36 years old. Till now, the seniors that I got, I'm blessed with my seniors. They didn't put me in uh, any situation where I found myself in the lurch or in the soup rather. So that's a good luck that I always carry. I don't know in
Have you ever
future.
been a victim of conspiracy? Any conspiracy?
Conspiracy, not sir. Here, nah, like girls are talking about that they are getting physically abused and all, and they're crying over that. They, but I must say, boys are also treated sometimes so bad, so roughly. They're also getting physically abused. Then I'm the burning example. So I'm like exaggerating stuff, but I had to go there because at the end of the month I have to collect salary in order to run my family.
Hmm.
So I have to, swallow that bitter pill at that point in time. But
Any objection to this part being uploaded on YouTube?
no, sir, never. No. Even the boys, they do not know where to go. If they will share those things with their friends, their closest, what they said that are so close friends rather, if they would say those things, see, I'm getting abused by a girl, they will laugh at you. They will pull your legs. But girls, they very easily they can say that I I say that. I don't know what others views. They have a weapon. That's the tears. They can shed tears
They're good at
by this.
waterworks.
Sorry, sir.
They're good at waterworks.
Correct. They're good at waterworks. But in that aspect, boys or men, they are lagging behind. I don't want to. People are saying comparing girls and all. Compare. If you compare yourself, comparison. Why would you compare with a girl or a girl being a girl? Why would you compare with a boy? This is the time to go head to head, to go shoulder to shoulder. You know, society doesn't need society. Not. I'm talking about the life. Doesn't need that comparisons. Society needs both of us, the male as well as the female.
Two wings of
Comparing,
society.
yes, I'm comparing with that, I'm comparing with that boy. It doesn't help you. If you compare, how could you compare yourself with a boy? A boy is physically so strong enough. How a boy can compare himself with a girl? It's not possible, because even it has been one day experience, rather one there was a show in US. It's going on. People are coming from all walks of life. They are very strong. They are hefty block, like the world's strongest competition they participate, rather. One man, he came, he couldn't tolerate for 2 hours the pain that people, that girls, they are having when they are carrying the baby inside their womb,
Liver.
the labor pain. He couldn't lump even for 1 or 2 minutes. He took that machine out from his stomach. He said, no, I couldn't bear it. So he took that title of world's strongest man 5 times. Now, how could you compare yourself with a girl? It is not possible from any aspect. We cannot compare each other. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vanu.